Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo and this is the Light in the East campaign. In the last episode, we burnt the heck out of Kiev, burnt the heck out of Poland. It was all in all a pretty good time. We're heading home now and we are turning our attention to the Near East. We also cored a Christ ton of provinces. We only have one remaining province coring, which is obviously pretty great. We are now looking at 103,000 manpower. It's taking 30,000 men just to garrison this one province right now. That's just how freaking populous it is. If that seems ridiculous, you should remember that there are 517,000 people living here. That is still a little bit of an absurd-sized garrison. I may bring that up to the devs, actually. I wonder how that's calculated. We currently have, like, what? We have, like, one guard for every 60, for every 600 people? No, let me do the maths right. We're currently using, because if you're not familiar, in MEIOU taxes, overextension isn't just like an arbitrary, like you can only hold so much land that isn't core, and then if you hold more, your country implodes, because that's just a silly and not good mechanic. Instead, it costs money and manpower to have a kind of military occupation of the uncored provinces. And it's taking 28,860 manpower, right? So 28,000, so we're going to take the population here, which is 517,000, divided by 28,860. So we have a we have a military guard per 18 people. That seems high, if you ask me. I mean, like, sure, if you had to put down an open rebellion in the province, you might need numbers exceeding that. But for the total population of the province, one guard per 18 citizens. By citizens, I just mean residents. That seems extreme. Anyway, yeah, let's look at what goods we have down here. So we have, oh baby, this is going to make so much money. We have 4 sugarcane provinces running down the Nile. Floodplains, extensive irrigation canals. Oh baby, we're going to be rich. We're making so much goods produced here. Look at this, 12 rural goods produced, 15 rural goods produced, 9 rural goods produced, 4 rural goods produced. To context, yeah, like here's a normal province, 0.04, 0.05. These are gonna make us so much money. Oh baby, it's gonna be great. We're waiting on taking wheel-lock muskets, once again, just trying to keep our ahead of time bonus as much as possible. And yeah, planning further wars to expand Armenia in the east. We're not really interested in holding directly any of this land. We're going to hold this bit to begin with. And then we're going to build a big road over to Baku, basically. And we're going to do for oil. But all of this lot, we're going to hand out to our subjects, basically. Because we don't want to have this bad communication efficiency land held directly by us. But first, the men need to get home. We're also engaged in a massive project of urbanizing the capital. We're trying to overtake Paris as the largest city in Europe, which should be fun. We were also doing really well on production recently. It's been sprouting up all over the place, getting these production centers. More and more provinces producing cloth, which is obviously great. We're also building some roads and canals down in Egypt and Athens. Athens because it's a really, really fertile province. Its farming efficiency isn't great right now, but its base fertility is really good. So we will take the cash, please, because we already had a pretty good advisor very recently. We're building roads in Cairo, I believe. Roads in Alexandria. Did we build them in Dumyat yet? No. Well, Dumyat. Or did we not? I thought I built roads here. It seems we didn't. Well, roads are the next obvious choice, so we will convince the locals to contribute some wealth. And we'll contribute the remaining cost with ducats. We have no manpower because we recently spent all this to get these roads started. Manpower low happened to us. Shocker. Not a problem. Lost minimal loot burden because we just ended the war. Yeah, so we really would like... Oh, nice. We have got a road already running all the way down the Nile. We really would like, honestly, paved roads all the way down here. And also in some of our key cities. I think we're probably going to focus on our key cities first. So, Damascus, which, by the way, we need to change the urban good here, right? Or have we already done that? No, yes, right now it's making steel. None of that. We don't want steel. We don't want metal. We just want beautiful silk and attract those artisans any way you can. We probably should build a corporation guild here. What's the population looking like? Yeah, 100,000. We should definitely get a corporation guild going in Haleb. What about here? Already got a corporation guild. Looking at 90,000. Okay, so corporation guild is the appropriate level for them. We can take this at very soon. There's our stability going back up to 1 after we lost it, unfortunately, by trying to take too much loot at the end of the Polish-Kievan War. We can also go to war with Lithuania soon. I'm hopeful they take a bit of land off Kiev so that we border them directly, and then we can have an excuse to get in there and do a big war against Lithuania. They are without allies, and so primed for looting. They do have some big cities, as you can see, Vilna, they're looking, ooh, tasty loot province indeed, 800 local wealth. Something I might pay more attention to next time we do a looting war is almost all the loot. How much map are we getting a month now? 1,200, wow, that's really good. One thing I might pay more attention to next time we do a looting war is maybe we should just siege the cities, because almost all the wealth is in the cities, and you spend a lot of manpower slowly sieging down the countryside. If we're interested in hurting an enemy nation, then of course sieging the countryside is very valuable, because it can result in a lot of you know, feels tasteless, but it can result in a lot of dead civilians, which is obviously good if you're trying to weaken a hostile nation. Lowering their population is one of the extremely effective ways you can do that. I'm gonna get these guys drilling. I think I will declare my war in the east pretty much immediately, before these guys decide to rejoin the coalition against me, is one of the key considerations. We are making 115 ducats a month, is that right? What the hell? Well, that's good. Improving our trade situation by sending the boats up here will definitely have helped. Speaking of which, since we have some money, let's invest in a huge number of new boats. Yes, focus on cloth, please. I think I will spend some of this money on, yeah, just churning out some new boats. Seems like a good investment to me, because we can get that influence here up. We can also look at maybe branching out into some privateering, which should be great. Okay. Just gonna... Okay, and also a kind viewer has, I just paused to thank them. They've pointed out that they know how the free coring event works. They looked it up for us, very kindly of them. That's Duke of Dune again, the same one that saved our lives with the Rebel pop-up. Apparently, it's 80 years mean time to happen. You get a free core on the province. And remember, that can happen on provinces that are stated or non-stated. It's happened on this one, which is not in a state. It's lowered by being the same culture, a brother culture, that means in the same culture group, the same religion, no separatism, and lower autonomy. So that's all extremely helpful, and that's great to know. What that means, basically, to me, is coring places is kind of a, like full coring places, is in a lot of circumstances, kind of a mug's game. You can just wait and get it free. But obviously, to get that full core takes time. But that's okay, right? We can play the long game. We can invest our tech points elsewhere in, you know, integrating new lands and stuff, knowing that eventually it's going to come in itself. This is something I'm going to actually report to the M&T team immediately, because it seems really dumb. Having a full... Oh, no, these are full cores. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Full cores in territories go to 35, but non-full cores in states go to 50. That's right, actually. That makes sense. Ignore me. Ignore me. Now, what was I saying? Yes, we're making 116 ducats. That's insanely great. Obviously, a lot of that is because we are rapidly gaining lower autonomy in the Levant and Egypt. So we should definitely pump more of that into the education system. So, yes, I would like to target education level 5, please. And that's going to cost us, as we expected, about 15. I'm going to lower this by a few points. We only need to just about make it. It's missing an education endowment of 4,000 ducats. That's okay, we can do that. And then for the court, I think we'll do that as well. Hello, Derek, nice to see you. I think we will also pump some into the court. God, that's so much money. No, I'm honestly, I'm happy with our court as it stands. We'll do that later. And in terms of vassals to integrate, we don't really want to integrate any of our other subjects just now. I think I'm quite happy with the arrangement of our subjects, because Serbia still needs to get the rest of Croatia, and we might feed them more of Hungary as well. And the communication efficiency up there would suck. But yes, the cranking down of the autonomy in this region and here as well is of course going to make us just staggering quantities of money, which is going to be great stuff. Okay, you guys just stay all merged up. I suppose we can have everyone in one army, but it's more effective to drill in multiple armies. Bohemia von Luxembourg has been re-elected. No great surprises there. But yeah, God, that's a lot of money we're making every month. That's pretty amazing. So where else are we going to do infrastructure projects? I suppose we should just, yeah, we should just keep focusing on roads. So Athens needs roads, Izmit needs roads, Izmir needs roads. All of these kind of central inland cities, so Hudavendigar, Konya, Karaman. Yeah, I think I'm going to kind of radiate out. Oh, nice. Oh no, there's less nobles. I thought it said the burgers. We're going to kind of radiate out from the capital and get up our road levels. Should be good. Someone else has left the coalition. That strikes me as foolish, but you do you. So let's just look at our full army composition here, since I think we now have them all in one province, right? Or have I've left some up here. Whoops. But almost our full army is here. We could do with more infantry, is one thing. Yes, the regional cities are definitely going to start getting built up now. We're going to begin with a Rhodes Project. And the sieging of Kaffa, it will be good. Yeah, Trebizond is lovely. We're looking at really nice autonomy over there, or we would be if we were coring it as well. As of yet, we're not going to focus too much over there, though. It's doing pretty well, but we want the conversion first, really, because as is, we're losing some local manpower, all that good stuff. Though we don't lose any tax, so it doesn't really matters too much on where we prioritize. Good lord, I didn't expect. I mean, I should have done, but I didn't really expect that. Once we had consolidated the fall of the Mamluks, our income would go up so much. It's not only, of course, the Jesus Christ, it's gone up by 20 ducats since we last looked. This is madness. Hey, Macedonia has been integrated. Nice. Very nice indeed. This is obviously going to be a future state, because we're looking at 87 ducats of, 87 development in this region. Probably a good idea to invest in bigger mines. They've already got the biggest mines here. Nice. We could go a level higher on mines, but we should focus on roads, which I've been talking about. So, Bursa already has them. Izmit. Give me some roads. 900 ducats. We'll negotiate for some local wealth. Manpower. Sure, I'll chuck it in there. Great. There goes Izmit. Athens is currently doing a canal, so we can't do there. This spot is nice and small. We can throw into manpower. No, we can't. We can do some urban wealth. No, we can't. Rural wealth. No, we can't. All right, well, we'll wait on that one then. How much was it going to cost? 700. Okay, cool. Can we take the Miltech yet? Yes, good. Gives us a little bit longer. You do. Yeah, so the reason we're upgrading the roads, I think it was more cav as well, wasn't there? I knew everything. The reason we're upgrading the roads has basically nothing to do with administrative efficiency. Sorry, communication efficiency, because we already have, literally zero autonomy. Or very nearly zero autonomy in all of our stated land, apart from obviously in Egypt, but like our northern stated land, which is obviously awesome. But going from level 1 to level 2 roads gives you more base urban gravity. It gives you a 10% urban gravity modifier, and it gives you a 5% production power modifier, which is really, really nice, as well as, of course, some trade power modifiers, which is slightly less relevant for us. But the urban gravity modifier and the urban production power are the big reasons why we're investing in these roads. Urban production power is especially important because it increases the urban wealth, which gets pumped straight back into new buildings, and it becomes a lovely kind of cyclical thing. What do we want to favour? 10% of the province will be converted to 10% of the population will be converted to the state religion. Oh, one province. Okay. These lower. Don't these do something to our church influence? Sunni modifiers. Sufi patronage. Patronizing the Sufi changes church influence by +5. Having them also in government is another +5. Patronizing the Ulema changes it. So right now we're not patronizing them at all. Well, I would like to patronize them then. I would take production efficiency and less manpower for less unrest in a bunch of our provinces for 20 years, 30 years. Sure thing. That sounds good to me. Oh, we have another appointment. We can patronize them. All right, so this is this. We can move towards sexism, secularism, and gain church influence. Yes, please. Both of these things sound fantastic. Amazing. Up to 80% church influence now. Very nice indeed. Okay. You guys can walk over here now. Look at that. Our borders are getting real nice looking. Look at that. It's a good northern border. Sure, if the Serbians had these provinces, it would be even nicer, but it's still a pretty good northern border. Some people are saying that the name placement is ugly. I kind of like it. I'm not kidding. I kind of like it. Fate of the Patriarchate. I will take the temporary killing the separatism because it means it lasts less long. But as soon as he protests the treatment of his flock, I think you all know what's going to happen to him. Yes, there we go. He's gone. And we get 250 ducats. Conquering Tunisia would make our name less vertical. I kind of like the vertical name. I'm not. I don't have the majority opinion there. Izmir Rhodes being upgraded. Hudavengar, you're going to be a bit more expensive, unfortunately. Not too much more expensive though. Hungary has left the military coalition against us. That strikes me as foolish. I think what we'll do is we'll let our manpower recover a bit here, while we focus on just spending ducats on these road developments, and then later we can come back to spending our manpower once we've got another fight done. Going to split the army up. So right now we could do with kind of 12. Oh no, the game crashed. I didn't even click a button. Unfortunate. Well, I'm going to pause the recording while I boot it back up again. Hello, everybody. We are back in time because of the crash. Does mean I can take this very slightly earlier, which is good. Sorry about that. There goes everyone leaving the coalition as soon as we reboot, of course. And okay, opening up the army window crashes the game. That's unfortunate. We can never open the army window again for the rest of the campaign. It's just a little bit awkward. I'll see you in a moment. Hello, everybody. We figured out what it is. We can open this window, and we can hover over the create template. And we can hover over these, but if you hover over the mercenaries, you die. So we won't do that. I wonder if I can hover over plus mercenaries. Oh, risky. We'll go with 14 of these and like 8 of these and 4 of these. That's the target. That's 26. That's too high. 22. It's honestly still too high. 10, 6, 10. This seems doable. Now, save. Don't hover over the mercenaries. Okay. It's more cannons than we have. What the hell did I just do? Did I just rotate the camera? I felt like I just rotate the camera. Am I insane? What is that? I think I might be losing my mind. I zoomed in. I think I'm losing my mind. Never mind. Ignore me. Leader. Oh no! Don't crash. Oh, okay, good. Every time it hangs for even a second, I'm just like, no, please, please. What are your thoughts on cavalry? At the moment in MEIOU and taxes, they're extremely powerful. It might be less powerful than they were, but they're still pretty good. In the shock phase, we've got 16... Sorry, we've got, what is this? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pips with a 2.15. So they're 2.15 times more damage in the shock phase. And they've got almost double the pips. Well, I mean, offensively speaking, they have 5 times the damage. So I do 10 times more damage in the shock phase with cavalry than I do with infantry. So they are, in this setup, they are worth, like in this particular tech group, in this particular tech level and all that, it's worth having all the cavalry that you can afford to have, and that you don't get the you know, unsupported penalty. Now look at these guys. We got 4 offensive fire pips and 1 offensive shock pip, compared to the new cavalry, which have 6 offensive shock pips. That's real good. And then the modifiers, sure, they're not as good like in the fire phase, but they're only half as good. And they have a lot more than half as many pips, so they're pretty darn good. And yes, cannons are still, they're doing okay in the fire phase, certainly compared to cavalry, but in the shock phase they're still basically worthless. Okay. We're doing anything silly relations-wise? No, we're getting rid of Macedonia, of course. Okay, back into the game. In vanilla, I'm reliably informed that cavalry are not good, unless you have lots of cavalry modifiers. And I believe those who have looked into it. But in MEIOU and taxes, the calculus is very different. You guys can merge in. You can have excess infantry in the stack, that's fine. Crimea would like to marry me. No, sorry, Crimea. Okay, yeah, so we're just spending on money on this rather than the roads that we bought in the kind of the previous timeline. That's okay. We're gonna head east, we're gonna attack Kati. We're gonna do a low loot war. There goes Macedonia, which obviously helps. 2 more infantry. Fine. That's not a problem exactly. So the drilling is obviously helping. Slave uprising makes no difference. Christianity in decline is great. Fate of the Patriarchate. We will appoint a loyal one because you get more money from kicking out one you've already appointed than you do from just kicking them out to begin with, which is a bit odd, but let's not doubt it. Right, didn't getting this new... Shouldn't we get a new state because we got the thing in Cairo? I guess we already had that. Should probably spy on you. Already are. Good. Let's get this claim. Seems like that could be useful. Who is in Arabia right now? This is Hejaz. That is our subject. We conquered all this land from the Mamluks, but the level of communication in this area through mountains and with no decent roads forced us basically to give it away. So there are subjects now. Sorry about that noise. We're building roads here, yes? Yes, good. Where else do I want to... I mean, all of these provinces could do with roads, honestly. Like, better roads. This one doesn't have any roads at all. I think that's probably a priority, then. Let's get some at least basic roads going in all these provinces. I did take the crappy desert provinces off the Mamluks. It makes the borders a bit nicer, you have to admit. So, and yes, Crimea has recently been fed from Kiev, so they are looking a little bit fatter, which is great. Crimea obviously is a horde. They're not going to get any huge wealth through urbanization, but they can raise quite a few troops when you need them to. Historically, Ottomans also had a vassal, the sheriffs of Mecca in this region. Yeah, it makes sense. We're probably going to feed Hejaz, like all of this land, basically. Or certainly a lot of this land down here, until either we get the Suez Canal, which, by the way, I maintain you should try and build. You should be able to try and build the Suez Canal whenever you want. It should just cost like dramatically more earlier in the game. What we're probably going to do is build a port here. Can you de-hoard Crimea? I think yes. I think if you full annex them and then release them, they would not be a horde anymore. We're probably gonna build a great big port here, and then the best roads we can here, here, and here, and a big port here. And then that's how we're gonna try and get communication efficiency to the new world. The other way we could do it, which might actually be better, honestly, is a port here. Or even a port here, road here, port here. Yeah, that's probably the way we're gonna do it. And that's how we're gonna communicate down here. But, new world. Did I say new world? Sorry, yes, I meant with Asia. How we're gonna get communication efficiency into all this lot. It's gonna be via big port here, and then big road here, and big port and big road here. So the communication comes in here, goes to Cairo, and then goes out here, basically. That's the idea. And it goes via Cairo because of the local, the capital, of course. Big port, big road. We are also going to run a road through the Jalirids, yes. We're going to do a, big port and then road, port. We're going to get some communication that way, but that is a lot of road. And communication efficiency travels wildly faster by boat. So the more we can get by boat, the happier a empire builder we will be. Personally, you would keep a Mesopotamian vassal. It might be optimum, but apart from anything else, font, if we own all of this land directly. And secondly, I like the idea of driving a road to try through here to make the communication efficiency work in this area. Like if we can get Baghdad to 0 autonomy, I will think that will be a great fun infrastructural accomplishment. So that will be that'll be cool. Plus, Deriak, we all know you play Empire of the Romans, and so you have a vassal over there because you're trying to keep to imperial borders. You don't fool us. Pay off the roads there. And we'll do the similar up here. Could put a regional capital in Baghdad. There already is one, in fact. So all we have to do is conquer it without killing it. We're going to get the locals to cover some cash. Now we just need 700 ducats. And we're making staggering quantities of money, by the way, which is awesome. Just truly horrendously massive quantities of money. And we are targeting 41 with our education, which is awesome. Imperial borders include Mesopotamia? Since when do the... Wait, is that right? Did the Roman borders include Mesopotamia? I thought they didn't. Maybe, I guess I'm wrong. I'm confident that I'm wrong, in fact. Romans under Trajan briefly conquered it. Oh, fair enough. We're going to give them some prestige because I'm going to demote the Greaters again. Only minus 19, which only puts them, which is not too bad. Do it. Greater nobles, demote. Short time, yeah, for a short time. Look, you all like Rome, we get it. That's so funny, I love that. There's been like, this is not a complaint, but there's been like 3 people talking in chat for the last, whatever, like half hour or something. And then you say something wrong about the Roman imperial borders, you get 5 people instantly saying like, no. That's funny. That's really funny. We got a lot of demotions that time. That's really nice. We could think about loving the Roman victor lurkers. Exactly. There we go. Look at that. We are at 0 overextension. Oh, a baby. So good. And we have some serious rebellion problems in Armenia, but that's okay. We can deal with that. We can go and help them out. Yes, continue the program. Once they've cored this province, we're going to move their capital there, which will help them. What is max manpower? Yeah, so fully cored, max manpower is now 233,000 manpower. Pretty damn good. And conversions are going nicely. Very nicely indeed. And we'll continue the programs. We're really pumping on that urban good production, which is lovely. Oh, look at this. Someone built a building here for us. The province built a building. What did you build? Oh, I think they built the Corporation Guild. Wasn't I thinking about building that? Or maybe it was the mine. I'm not sure. I would like pop-ups when buildings are built, not by me. That would be handy. As it is, it's hard to have an understanding of how much development is coming from, not you. like the estates and the locals. Or even better, like I'd like a in the state thing. You could just go like I don't know what you'd call it, like autonomous growth or something, and it could tell you how much cash had been spent by the provinces and the estates on building buildings and province improvements. So we'll see. Did you lower annexation cost based on dev, by the way? No. Yeah, like a budget survey of the estates, exactly. Like, so how much money are the nobles getting, and where are they spending it? How are they? What's the breakdown of their spending? Because at the moment, it's hard to tell how much money the nobles are spending, like and the estates in general, and the provinces are spending. Poland just got a coalition war declared against them. Those poor bastards. And Estonia got free. Sorry, Estland, not Estonia. How could I? Yeah, annexation costs in MEIOU and taxes can get a little absurdly high. I agree. The way we're going to solve that is mostly just by establishing, apart from like Armenia and Sunia, and Serbia and Wallachia, admittedly, but those in a longer term, we're just going to establish kind of permanent vassals and then keep them forever. I think we finished actually converting this one, which is good. We had a heresy, didn't we? Where's it gone? Maybe we sufficiently stamped down in it. But there was a full-on outbreak of like Shiite heresy here. So, what were we building? Did we build the roads here yet? Yes, and Athens is still building a canal. How about here? Here could do with the roads for sure. They've got some nice urban action. It's a very small province, so it's nice and cheap. That's one of the reasons, another reason why it's really good to have ports in small urban provinces. If you look at this, estate built building, estate built building, estate built building. But I'd like to know what. I'd like to be able to be grateful, basically. We need a better road, better roads in Rhodes as well, amusingly enough. Because we need good roads in all of our relay port provinces, since, as we pointed out, it actually does make a difference if you have roads in your relay ports in terms of how good your communication efficiency is. So right now, damn it! I'll be back in a minute, YouTube. And we're back. I hovered over the mercenaries. What a fool! I was trying to go here. And look at our paved road network. So yes, we have paved roads here. They're building here, and here, and here. And then we need them, I guess they're already built here and here, and then we're building them here. We need them here still. This is one of the provinces that's yet to have them. Right, and I was asked by someone in chat how to keep your court up. What you do for your court and your education is you go to the state under estates, and you look at the court or education. And then you say, ask advisors for help. Hey, advisors, I want you to spend however much money it takes to get me to court level 1 through 6. Right now we're targeting level 4. And then if you check out a proposal regarding the court, they are missing a small lump sum. Yeah, sure, why not? If you go to the estate and you go to stability and national quality, you can see discretionary expenses, and it'll show you a breakdown of your discretionary expenses. That's how much you're spending on education, on court, on road maintenance, and all that stuff. Why are we spending 5 ducats a month on education? Seems really low. Annual state funding 70 ducats? That seems low. Is it because the church is contributing loads? The church is contributing quite a lot. Oh, so here we go. Education, 330 ducats. That seems more reasonable. I think that was just momentarily broken. When you first start up, some of these things don't calculate properly. How are we doing on... That's not what I meant to do. How are we doing on universities? 43 people outside of education. We could do some more universities, but we're focusing on roads right now. Universities and education can... they can wait. No, I'm not going to marry you. We don't need dry docks anytime soon. That is something we should consider, though. Maybe we should start building some shipwrights. Partly for the local ship repair. You could just start building up, like I like to do a Chaldiki port. Have we built the roads in Rhodes yet? No. Thank you for the reminder. Anyone willing to contribute wealth? No. We need 597 ducats. So we need to get roads in all our relay ports, as we were establishing. So are you still getting it from overland? Because, and I figured basically, I think the reason they get it overland, and they indeed are, oh, the pop-up, it's so good. The reason these guys are getting it overland is basically because these provinces are just so small that you can go across them extremely quickly. So we should actually, yeah, make sure we have a road here and a road here, and then a good road in Rhodes. So let's build some cheaper roads here and here. And then we'll focus on roads. So Armenian peasants. Don't really care about peasants, honestly. It's only separatists that we need to be really thinking about putting down in our vassals. So I think we can begin to head east, get these wars going. Get our war on. Alright, you guys can do the walking. You guys can take boats. Oh, new trade ships. That new trade ship smell. Should probably get some more. We need to keep getting our control of the Aegean up. And honestly, once we form Turkey, I think a big part of my attention is going to be, it's time to burn Italy. We need to start finding excuses to get at war with people in Italy, and then we need to raze it to the ground. Because their transfers from traders downstream are ridiculous. Doom, 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 doom. Come pick these guys up. Yeah, we could take Docklards, but we don't want to. How are we doing, by the way? Got any spread yet? Come on, Renaissance. Come on. We really need some Renaissance spread. Nobles want increased pensions. Well, yes, I'm definitely going to do this. Because the ability to kind of give them an extra gift is rare. I'd like to take as few loans as possible to do it. So let's temporarily cease all drilling. And get our income as high as possible. I mean, we could be really min-max it, but how would you sell this game to someone who's never played a grand strategy game before? That's a very challenging question. I don't know. France is planning to attack Naples in a war of aggression. We should ally ourselves with Naples. But we can't. I don't know. How would you sell? Like, I can think of ways to sell MEIOU and taxes to people that have not played it before, who have played EU4 at all. But selling EU4 to someone who's never played a grand strategy game. Well, okay. Here's the way I would sell it. If you've ever played any game involving diplomacy, you know that usually there's kind of like certain chances that the AI will let you do things that you want to do. There's certain chance they'll accept a peace offer, and there's certain chance they'll do various things. In EU4 and in CK, there are specific reasons why they will do various things, and there's specific reasons they feel the way they do about you. And you can see those, and you can influence those. That was what got me to try. It's true, yes. The other recommendation is I've played this game for 5,300 hours. Which is quite the recommendation. The reason I started playing Paradox games was Rome 2 came out, and it was obviously garbage, as everyone knows. And I watched a video that was talking about how bad the diplomacy was, and it used the example of CK2, and the example it used was talking about how, you know, this guy specifically doesn't like me because of X, Y, and Z reasons, and it kind of lists the reasons why he doesn't like you. And that was kind of eye-opening to me. That was kind of really, really cool. That you could have a kind of very specific understanding of why the AI was doing what it was doing and what you can do to change it. And that it's not just like, well, you know, they dislike you. But it was like, okay, they dislike you because, in this case, it was something like, you know, you killed his mother and are plotting to murder, and he discovered you plotting to murder him, or something like that. You know, quite a reasonable reason to dislike somebody. But it's things like that. You know why things are happening, and you have lots of, and they're complicated systems, and you have lots of options for how to influence and change those systems. If that sounds fun, Grand Strategy, you should give it a go. If not, less so. The other thing I would say about EU4 is give it a go, because it's like the best game that exists. So, you know, it only costs like, I can't remember. You can get, I think there was one time you could get it for like £1 on sale, so you should just get it. Wow, that's a lot of Sunni zealots. I could let them succeed, actually. I'd kind of like them to succeed. We should, let's save, because if it breaks the country and makes them give people independence, that would be idiotic. No, actually, it won't. It definitely won't cause them to flip Sunni, because they're not majority Sunni. Never mind, we're going to put them down for them. Yeah, the thing about Grand Strategy is, like, do you like strategy games? This is that, but more. And it's more complicated, it's more historical, it's more fun. There you go. That's more or less how I would sell it. The other thing I would say is, you know, there's unbelievable quantities of gameplay online. Wait, what? The rebels won't force convert them? No, rebels can only force convert somebody if they are 50% that religion. And these guys only have 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces, and it's done. At least this is vanilla. I don't know how it works in MEIOU and taxes. Well, I mean, here we can check. Tag arm. So if they were to accept the demands, never mind, it would convert them. Maybe it's done by development? Yes, M&T don't convert the province, but they would apparently convert the nation. I suppose it's because, maybe it's by development, and it's because they are majority Sunni development. They can force religion. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, we're gonna let them. I agree. We're gonna let them win and force convert Armenia. Maybe they do also convert the provinces. I don't know. I mean, well, they clearly don't, not fully, because you know, this province is still Shiite and they just won it. But yeah, that's helpful. That's going to be really good. How big a loan did we take out? God. I really don't like... This is one of the things that's really, like, amusingly silly about EU4. The interest on loans... Like, the game is still amazing. Don't get me wrong, guy who asked for a recommendation. But the interest on loans is payable immediately. The full interest. So if you're going to pay 5% interest on your whole loan, then the first day you take it out, you owe them the whole loan amount plus 5%. Maybe it can shift the percentage but not necessarily make it a majority every time. Yeah, that's plausible. Maybe the Sunni minority has grown because of the massacre. Or maybe the size of this one has shrunk. There goes France declaring war on Naples. Recover French provinces? Provence is not French. Don't give me that. Historical revisionism. No one buys that. You guys. I think I will transport you over here because there's quite a lot of wars to be had over here in Persia. Alright. Burghers demand privileges, they want autonomy. If I say no, I might lose one stability, but I'm not gonna. Come on. You can't give me a 25% like 3 times in a row. What? What? Madness. Alright, well, fortunately, we're very stable and very unified, so we can actually handle being at 0 stability. But that is outrageous. Come on. Absolutely outrageous. Alright, Kati, hello. Oh, you're at war with someone. That you're losing. Okay, cool. Well, sounds like my time to shine. We can take your Sunni provinces for almost free, but they're not the valuable ones. And I don't want to do Sultanate of Ram because we want more than that. So we'll go with a normal war for this. Good stuff. And they're already at low war exhaustion. Should have micromanaged them. Micromanaged 2, sorry. Don't know who you're talking about. Alright, we're in here. You got siege pips? Yep, cool. Given the burghers a privilege? Nah. No privileges. It's beautiful. Low corruption. I'm tempted to do high looting, but we shouldn't because this province is really nice and I don't want to damage it. Though it looks like these guys are going to damage it. Yeah, we'll restrict looting. That's fine. What's this level 1 fort? Good. We can send our cannons in then. To great effect. Right, I forgot I have the mod that removes the C keybind. I should get rid of that mod. I actually like having the C keybind on the cannons now. I have been converted. Oh yes, can't move here until they win this siege, which they are going to soon. Good. Delayed salaries. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can cheese this. When can we get level 2 canals? By the way. Never. Maybe it's an admin tech one. Extensive is level 16. And then there's another one at level 40. Okay, so I mean we could be building those canals if we're actually up to date on admin tech right now. That's a shame. Alright, careful. Don't go on the land units one. Paved roads. We've got them here, we still need them in roads. So roads. Roads, construct manpower. I'll give you all this manpower. Can't I give you wealth now? What the heck? Why can't I contribute wealth? Oh, you can't do it when you're in debt? Okay, well I guess we'll come back there when we're not in debt. Where else needed roads? Damascus did. Roads, manpower, 25%. Local rural wealth, cool. And now I'll pay the elite troops. Oh, doing it in that order meant I only lost 4,000 manpower. Oh, what a coincidence. Yeah, the C keybind's handy. So the problem with these Sunni zealots is if these guys have other active rebels, which it looks like actually they might not, but if they have other active rebels and the Sunni zealots occupy 50% of their land, it will break to rebels and then they'll lose a bunch. But should have built 4 infantry? No, that would be cheating. A spirit de corps. Nice. Very nice indeed. It'll be ridiculous. That would have been foul cheating of the sort I would never conscience. Our burghers are really losing loyalty. I suppose that's because they're getting a lot poorer as we lower the autonomy on these provinces. It's not cheating because you need money in the bank to pull it off. Everyone knows that everything is fair as long as it costs money to do. It's a well-established fact. So Cassia, we could kill you, give you to Crimea. Got any allies? Oh yeah, Lithuania. Probably need some more manpower before you go after Lithuania. Where are you guys going? Not like these guys have any hidden land anywhere. Turkish unrest. Excuse me? It seems unlikely. I'm Turkish, dude. Wait, what? Armenia? Excellent year. How much? How much? Oh, come on. 3,000 manpower? What's the difference between cheesing and cheating? There isn't one. No, there is. Cheating is, Sunni zealots, aren't you Sunni? Yeah, they're my subject zealots, but I don't know why they're sieging me down. This was not part of the... Hold on. Oh my god, that's Sunni... You remember when it said Turkish unrest? Oh, it's this... It's this bloody event. Alright, hang on. That won't stand. It's a stupid event. I'm going to pause the episode. And I'm going to go and delete that event from the game files because it's an idiotic event that I was told had been removed. No, hang on. I'm not gonna pause the episode because I want to explain why this is incredibly stupid. So the way this event works is that every culture which is not accepted randomly gets 15 unrest at the same time. Now, if there was an event that meant the Bulgarians were all unhappy and there was a wave of Bulgarian separatism, that would be A, historical, B, manageable, and C, just make any kind of logical sense. In this context, right now, we appear to have the Bulgarians and the Albanians and the Egyptians are all simultaneously angry, which both makes no sense and is not manageable because you suddenly get a global revolt. If we owned the whole world, we'd currently be looking at literally millions and millions of rebels. So I'm going to go, what I'm actually going to do, I think, is reload till before that event fired. And then when it fires again, I'm going to check what the ID of it is so I can delete it. Because I hate it. Reported for cheating. Did it fire before January? I don't remember. It's so broken. Yeah, no, I agree. It's terrible. I hope you do streams daily because your voice is perfect to listen to when you're trying to sleep. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I've got literally like 2,000 videos on YouTube. So what are the trigger conditions? Have a province that is not of your culture. And the more of them you have, the more likely it is to fire. Loading directly sometimes breaks stuff. It usually just makes stuff fire again, which is not too bad. Okay, it's before that one. Have a province which is of a different culture. And I think the more intolerant you are of various religions and things like that, the faster the event fires. It's better to exit and load. You are right, actually. I should do that. All right, anyway, YouTube, I will see you in just a moment once I've done that. Welcome back. We're 2 months in the past. The dumb event hasn't fired. If it fires again, I will delete it from existence and then make a note to add a submod that specifically just kills that freaking event. Anyway, we can pay off a loan in 1 month. And the war is going well. And life's good. Yeah, so we're going to take these provinces. That's the idea. Could take these two too. And I mean, we're gonna, because, you know, greed is good and all that. Hey, Zanga, how's it going? Sunni zealots crossing the border. Right, send these guys down. Don't know why the Sunni zealots are fighting me, but they are. Bob is subscribed. Thank you, you're very kind. Much appreciated. Monetary reforms. A risk of losing stability. We can't go negative stability. So no, sorry. I'm going to gain the inflation instead. I don't dare gain the have the chance of losing the stability. We will have a pay our loan. You enacted monetary reforms. You made me start an Ottoman campaign as well. Nice. Chat's joining in. I like it. Tell me how your coring of Egypt goes. So far for us, it's been wildly profitable. We're up to... Oh, Zanga has also subscribed at tier 1. Thank you, Zanga. You're very kind. We were up to 108 ducats a month before I decided to try and push for the next level of education. Which is actually what we should be saving money for right now. We should make some... We should save up a ton of money and make massive education endowments. Because right now we are 4,000 ducats short. Also doing your first MEIOU campaign now in the Ottomans as well. Nice, nice. The Ottomans are a really good first one to play. Because you start rich. Resham has subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. You're all very, very kind. I appreciate it. So, can we take this peace deal yet? We can. Nice. Which I'm gonna save beforehand because I think I understand how the rebel mechanic works. I think they don't have any other active rebels, so they're going to I don't know what the hype train thing is. It's literally never happened before, so don't worry about that. If you don't want to, anyway. I think I'm going to save just in case because I think I know how this works. I'm pretty sure they will immediately break to rebels and convert, but we'll see. We're gonna take all this. Any money? Barely got any money anyway. I'll take whatever money they've got though. Let's be real. I'm gonna turn my nose up for 28 ducats. Yoink. And then, do I want to give land to the Armenians immediately? Because it might stop them breaking to rebels. Maybe I kind of want them to break to rebels. I'm not sure. Well, I'm gonna give them the land. I think I'm not gonna overthink it. Have Tau. Have cars. I guess we'll keep these two because they're the other side of this, you know, thing. We will take the loot. Captured heathen temples. We can destroy them. Oh, that's new. I don't think I've seen this before. Sure, destroy them. Get 80 ducats. Sounds good. If they break to Sunni rebels and become Sunni, isn't that good? Yes, it is. But if they have, for example, Catalan separatists at the time, that could cause problems. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I probably shouldn't have given them these provinces, actually. The hope is maybe they break to rebels before it calculates the communication efficiency. But if they break and give the provinces back, you know, we'll take them back. It's not the end of the world. So Mazaran is the next one. And these guys we are going to loot. Because yes, we're going to own this land in the fullness of time, but it's going to be quite a while. So that'll be okay. We can burn them down and Fars too if they let us. We should just rally up the men slightly. Oh, and this fort is unsieging this province now. Cloth, please. Always cloth all the time. And there goes the rebels that dared to come into my land. I think we will... yeah, let's pull back the armies for a moment and just wait for this... whatever's going on down here in Armenia to sort itself out. We don't need to send the men in to get involved in this madness necessarily. And yeah, this money again, we're just going to dump it all into the education system. God, our income just went down dramatically. Oh, the tooltips disagree with each other. Interesting. Oh, now this one's a 65. Okay. Not sure what's bouncing around causing that, but oh well. Emeriti, of course, we need a better port here. We are going to... Yes, there is always room for talented men. That's fine. We should start working on our port here as well. Thank you, Zach, for the bits. Much appreciated. Which unlocks... I have no idea what the hype train is. I'm sorry, YouTube. I know this is not very interesting to you. I've never seen this hype train stuff before, to be honest. Do people convert to your culture faster if they are the same religion? Yes. Pretty sure. Pretty sure they do. Blue Horde complete. Nice. Burgers. We could offer the burgers a favour. I'm not going to give them a decade of self-rule. Give them... I don't really want to, though. I think they're just getting richer. Just boost your discounts well. Nice. Thank you. Many jobs of a soldier. We are willing to pay... We're going to have to take out another loan, which is unfortunate, but we're definitely willing to pay money rather than lose 5% army professionalism, for sure. You got the unrest here yet? No, they still don't have unrest here because they've still got the martial law. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just wondering what's going to happen. I really don't want them to break it. Yeah, so now because they have these active rebels, if they break to rebels, which means 50% of their provinces are occupied. You know what? Rather than guessing, let's just tag Armenia. So as Armenia right now, if they break, when rebels break a country, all active revolts will succeed. Are these guys an active revolt? I never remember. Or are active revolts ones that have fired? I don't recall. They're at -3 stability, by the way. Jesus Christ. Because these guys are going to complete when they get to half occupation. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll tag back over. I'm just gonna let them break in and see what happens, and it'll be fun. It'll be fine. Let's stop paying the army for a bit. Speaking of fine things. Oh, by the way, when I tagged over, you don't like mess with my education setup, do you? No, good. So I think that's it, right? That should break them. Yes. The Sunni faith grows. The consort regent of Armenia has accepted the Sunni faith. This selfless act of piety will inspire her people to follow suit. Nice. So they lost all the rebels. They didn't lose this province, so that didn't count as active. It's pretty good. Why is the monetary requirement so steep on this event? It's because we make a crap ton of money. This is a 1/2 year income event, I think, which is pretty common. But yeah, we make a staggering quantity of money right now. Nice. So please welcome to the Sunni world, Armenia. Well-known, devout Sunni Catholics, the Armenians. 1 year of income seems like a lot. It's half year. Half year income, I think. Alright, so Mazaran, we're going to start spying on you. And then we're going to, yeah, we're just going to burn our way through Mazaran bit by bit, basically. We don't have much manpower right now. So we're probably just going to be doing one siege at a time. But that's fine. They're a kind of serpentine country, so that makes sense. This episode has been going on for an hour. Holy crap. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to end it now. Oh, yeah. We're going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.